Hello guys, in today's video we will be seeing a scenario where the Blue Arabian team from Adis Pros WICSO forms an empire inside of WICSO. As I did with Caucasia, their military will be buffed. However, in this scenario, alliances will not be enabled, so we will not be seeing things like the Mercedes Alliance. This isn't updated to episode 82, but so like the Mercedes Alliance isn't added. All of the and the AN as well isn't either. But let's get started with this. So we start off seeing the blue team rapidly increasing their military, and the first nation of conquest will be the pink team, which doesn't have a capital for whatever reason on here. But we see them expanding into the Qatar area, moving towards the UAE, looking at provinces, looking at major cities. They have already captured one. They capture this one along the border and push in and capture a third. They'll then continue along the coast in both areas, moving up to where Dubai is today, as well as capturing the major city in Oman, which I believe is their capital. The two groups will meet up in this major city here. And from here, we see the blue team push in, capturing this major city. And as the rest of this land is pretty much all desert, we see this pink nation surrenders and is fully annexed. So now the blue team has maybe added like about a third of what their previous total land was to their current land, and they will be continuing to add to their empire. The next nation we see them invading is going to be this green nation here, as we as we see them quickly invade in and capture a large majority of the nation. It doesn't take long before the capital is under threat and parts of it are captured. We see another major city falls over, and we then see the blue team begin an invasion into this purple country as well, and a major city is captured in this nation here, and pretty quickly their capital is encircled. We meet up with the green team, make a spearhead towards this major city, and begin a second invasion into the green team. It doesn't take long before their other major city is captured, and we see both nations surrendering over and being fully annexed. Sorry, the blue team. I don't know why I was like that, but so we see their capitals each are erased. And you now see the blue team is kind of slowing down. They have a couple nations that are probably going to be a bit easy for them to invade, and those are the purple Jordan-ish nation, and then from that Palestine, and maybe they could go for Sudan. But otherwise, maybe the gold team of Persia and Egypt would also be viable, but they're about equal size, or not equal size, but equal power. Plus, the red team is also quite equal power, and they definitely can't invade America because that is way strong. They're way stronger than. So for now, we see the blue team will actually invade Palestine first, sending their ships up, making a landing south here, and marching up the nation quite quickly. Not even, not very long afterwards, we see the capital is captured, and the entire country falls over, leading to the annexation of the blue team. With this happening, not very, not long after this happens, we see the blue team begin their invasion into the late, into this purple nation, as it just became a whole lot easier with most of their military being here and having military presence down here, being able to capture two major cities very quickly, and on the brink of capturing two more, and just going ahead to capturing. After a couple months, they will push up towards the capital, and eventually they will have it encircled completely, and will begin closing in on it. In the meantime, going for the other two major cities, which they capture successfully. They will then be able to split the country in half, and after being able to block off any aid coming in from Mesopotamia, the nation will fall. And just like every other nation has done, it will be fully annexed by the blue team. At this point, almost all of the lands ever owned by the blue team are owned by the blue team now. There is claims in like the Horn of Africa that they do have, but otherwise it is pretty much all claimed. And now we get to where the standstill is. Sudan, Egypt, Somalia, and Persia are all about equal. They're all a bit less than the blue team actually is currently, but still, considering you would have to make a naval invasion of them, it is it's not really that easy. And with the red team, they're about even matched with you. So there's not really a good thing you could do here. Or is there? As we see, the blue team makes a alliance. Which for now, I'll go on to the alliance later. So we see the blue team add a nation to an alliance. Their alliance will be the square team, as I don't think the squares exist currently. Oh, the Square Economic Alliance, but no Square Military Alliance. So we see the Square team forms between the blue team, this nation here, and also Caucasia. Oh, and if you thought this alliance is going against the red team, well, you're wrong. As the red team will also be joining this alliance, and their forces will be sent to Persia. So we see the first land, or the first invasion is going to be made by the red team as they push in from the central and northern areas, capturing three major cities quite quickly and cutting off the Persians from access to the Caspian Sea. The blue team will be able to blockade most of this area here, which will also prevent Persia from getting much aid from this way. And like I did say, the alliances are the ones I make. Which actually, I'm going to color these ones in black. So the alliances here are going to be colored in black. So if the alliance is black, that is from this. If the alliance is yellow, that means it is just an alliance that was from actual WICSO. But we see the red team continuing to push into the Persian nation. They will begin coming along the Persian Gulf coast, aiming for this nearby capital, or not capital, major city. Eventually, the blue team will be able to make a naval landing over here, and they will be the ones able to capture this major city. We also see the blue team making a naval landing out here, and from here, it will go even worse. We see the Afghanistan nation, although not on the side of the Square Team Alliance, will also be joining this war as we see them invade in from their northern border. And from here, Persia is able to fall quite quickly. We see the red team push out towards these two major cities, capturing both, and pushing even further on the Persian Gulf Coast. They'll meet up with the blue team's invasion, and they will also capture this major city up north. We see a unrelated war happening, partially unrelated, as with supplies from these, or not from the squares, but from a outside member, we see the green team is able to very quickly invade up into this nation, and soon after capturing the capital, they'll be able to fully annex the country. That's not the right color. There we go. So we see the green team expands. Maybe they're on a revenge arc. Maybe they're. We'll see that happening later. Down with the Persian War, or the Persian-Arabian War. We see the blue team narrowing in on the capital, eventually cutting off the blue team from the Persians from the Persian Gulf, and capturing two nearby major cities. They'll push in around the capital, eventually being almost to fully encircle it, and they will continue to push north into the country, eventually completing the encirclement and eventually capturing the capital. This will force Persia into surrender, and we'll take a look at the peace treaty. Alright, so here we have the peace treaty. This will be the last one for this episode. I thought I had more time for recording, but I don't. Oops. So we see the red team getting all of this. The blue team will get all of the southern Persian coast. And the orange team will get all of this. And that will do it for today's episode. Or not episode. Today's video. If you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.